Hey guys, welcome back to another comment review. Today we are doing this comment that's showing on screen. And basically it's a question we've gotten a few times since I started actually posting Instagram Reels to Instagram, asking why we're not on Twitter, or not, they're asking like why, they're wondering if we're gonna go on Twitter, I think. I'm not actually looking at the comment, but basically like, hey, why don't you guys also post this to Twitter? The reason is that I don't want to be on Twitter. Twitter is very toxic, especially in the more so like I'm very involved, not involved, I'm lurking involved in like the political sphere. I follow a bunch of streamers and public intellectuals and stuff like that, and Twitter is so toxic. First of all, on the far right, but also on the left, like there's just a ton of toxicity there. Even like, they pushed Lindsay Ellis off the internet, for which I will never forgive them. And it's just not a space that I want to interact with.
My experiences of Twitter were watching ContraPoints and Lindsay Ellis's videos about their cancellation on Twitter. And by cancellation, they're dragging publicly through Twitter and like the unearthing of every terrible thing they've ever like said or can be taken terribly. And I just realized, oh, this is a place where nuance goes to die, because unfortunately you cannot be nuanced in, what is it, 120 characters?
It's more than that now, I think, but it doesn't matter though. If you're limited on characters, you're limited on expanding on your concepts, and also that's not what Twitter's supposed to be for anyway. And we're not big enough to make like announcements where it's like, hey, 10 million of y'all, we're gonna have a video today, so please tune in. Like, we don't need that.
Even then, the problem is it is so easy to just get taken out of the big thing I've seen with it is it's so easy to get taken out of context and to just be like, there is a sense on Twitter, more so than any of the other platforms I've engaged with, that it is very easy to be misconstrued or to be taken with no grace, where a joke can very quickly be taken to be a terrible thing, or something that maybe wasn't the best that you said in the past, but you have grown past and gone well past as a human, is being drug up and put before the public witch hunt. And it's very hard to come out well from the other end, especially because what it is being fueled by is people's genuine fears and emotions, and you just become like a straw man for them to be like that, their anger. And a lot of times the anger, the fear, everything is very genuine, but you become a target even if you're not actually part of the enemy they think you are. And yeah, I don't want to. I will never do it. I could become a successfully published author, and my team could be like, Maria, please make a Twitter or an X. I don't know what we're calling it now.
Notice how none of us have referred to, and I'm pretty sure several people have said it on the side in our chat.
No, Twitter is a verb. I don't understand. It's so stupid. Anyway, the other thing is that some people might be like, okay, why don't you just passively like tweet on there and not necessarily interact with people? But to be honest, I just don't want to attract that crowd. Like, it becomes easier to retweet something than it does to post from YouTube to there, and that to me is again, the society and the culture and the environment of Twitter is built, again, even in very leftist spaces, for this villain of the week, purity testing, hate mob thing. And to be honest, like, we have been so lucky that we do not have a toxic audience whatsoever. I have 2 other YouTube channels, and those both get more negativity. Like, again, if we could stay at this level and not have any toxicity, I would prefer that to having 100,000 subscribers and having to deal with even like a fair amount of toxicity. Like, it saps your soul. I don't want to attract that crowd. Let's keep going underground. We'll slowly change the society from the inside.
Yeah, Twitter's a really big brand name, so of course a lot of people have it. But who is our, like, again, all SEO stuff. Who is our audience? Are they going to have a Twitter? Somebody literally just said they deleted theirs. Chantal, who are we reaching out to? Are they even on Twitter? What are we going to utilize Twitter for? You can't really use it for our video format type of content where you're like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Whereas Instagram, you can. Or whereas YouTube Shorts, you can. So all of that advertisement is through video mediums. You can share videos, but you can't, like, what would be the purpose? It's not a separate public, like,
It's not an audience who's sitting around
Yes.
listening for
Yes.
2 hours to a
That's true.
podcast. Yeah.
exactly.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
And we are way too long form.
Yeah, there's just like no point to us having a Twitter.
I'm never going on there.
Okay, and that was our comment response. Thanks, guys. That should have been under 10 minutes. Subscribe to the channel, join our Patreon, and support independent journalism. And remember to like. Okay, thanks. Bye.